I'm Sara Westendarp, and this is my research project for my Bachelor of Social Work degree, and it's on implementing trauma-informed education in K-12 schools, Hawaii compared to the United States. So first, trauma-informed education is a school-wide system that recognizes the prevalence and adverse traumatic childhood experiences and equips teachers and staff with knowledge to recognize trauma and strategies to support students who experience trauma. One statistic that really stuck out to me was 2/3 of children in the United States by age 16 have experienced a traumatic event. So it's very common. Children who experience these, they often may repeat grades, have lower school engagement, they have difficulties concentrating and learning at school, and they may engage in aggressive and reckless behavior. Non-trauma informed policies do not address the reason why a child is being disruptive, and they lead to punishments that have no benefit to the child. It's purely just punishment. So policies and impact that schools across the nation have taken have been implementing social and emotional learning, which provides skills to students that are essential for success in school, career, and in life in general. Another thing is trauma-sensitive schooling, school-wide approach to understanding and addressing trauma and fostering healing and resilience in the face of adversity. I've seen this happen. For me, it's a lot more for staff and for teachers to understand the trauma that their students may be going through, and being able to recognize that and help them. Some 6 key domains that I found that are helpful when trying to become a trauma-informed school is having supporting staff development, creating a safe and supportive environment, addressing need and providing appropriate supports, building a strong and emotional skills, collaborate with students and their families, and having policies and procedures that focus on being trauma-informed. Trauma-informed education in the United States in the 2017 to 2018 school year, 69% of the nation implemented statutes and regulations that further address issues in counseling, psychological, and social services. 65% of the nation included policies on social and emotional climate. 52% included family engagement policies, and then 67% included community involvement policies. From 2017 to 2019, the number of states holding policies that encourage or require schools to provide a professional development on trauma-informed care increased from 9 to 30, which is huge. One thing to note is that many schools across the nation already have trauma-informed practices in place that are not recognized as trauma-informed policies. They're under different names, but they do have them. It's just not under that name specifically. One big thing that I wanted to also do this project on was Hawaii became the first trauma-informed care state, which was something big for my internship. We talked about it a lot, so it was something that I was always hearing about. But I found that in the 2017 to 2018 school year, which is the statistics that we looked at in the last slide, they consistently but fell behind the national average. So they fell 19% behind in addressing counseling, psychological and social services, 15% behind in social emotional climate, 30% behind in family engagement, and 7% behind in community involvement. We do have a success story. The Nanakuli Waianae complex area schools began implementing trauma-informed practices in 2014. 5 years later, so in 2019, the number of behavioral incidents was from over 2,000 to 1, and the number of out-of-school suspensions was over 2,000 to 0. They received grant money, which helped them pay for staff training sessions and materials, behavior health specialists, curriculum, and data tracking software to analyze the academic impact of social emotional learning lessons in their schools. Some limitations that I had during my research was during my initial data search, I was trying to find rates on suspension and expulsion across the US, including Hawaii. And I found one government document that had that, but Hawaii was the only state that did not have any data reported. Given it was an older, it was older data, but it was still within 10 years, but Hawaii was excluded and I could not find a note of why it was excluded. We do have a lack of statistical ethnic diversity. Again, I was looking specifically in Hawaii, the suspension and expulsion rates, and they do have a breakdown by ethnicity. And in Hawaii, I expected more. We do have like a Native Hawaiian, but for other Pacific Islander, it is just other Pacific Islander. I had assumed we would have a more diversity, but we did not. And we also, Hawaii had, I believe it was the 2019 school year. They reported the wrong number of suspensions. They were double counted or something, and they had to go back. They reported it to like the Federal Department of Education, and it was just the complete wrong number. It was doubled what it was supposed to be. So they may have some problems doing that. Lastly, here is all of my references. And thank you for your time. Yeah.